All right, welcome back to Colorful Conversations. I am Keisha, and this is Takesha. And um, I think we didn't even do no introduction last week.
I feel like we did.
No,
I don't know.
no, we didn't. It didn't have no
It's like we
introduction.
just watched it and I done already forgot.
Oh no, not last week. The one before that. We didn't because remember it was like cut off or something,
Oh
and it
yeah.
just yeah. So yeah, but anyway, that's our little banter about what be going on behind the scenes. But this month we talking about love, and we just watched. Last week we talked about the love of we have for our children,
Yes.
which was I feel like it was a very special episode after
I
watching it
agree.
because I couldn't remember everything that was said, but I feel like it was very touching and funny, and I didn't realize we talked about our kids like that. But I'm glad because I think that is the most unconditional love, just earthly, that I think that we can honestly say most people will have.
Yeah.
Because in relationships you don't see a lot of unconditional love.
Unconditional love.
Yeah.
No.
And I think by the time this show airs, we would have passed right the day after Valentine's Day, which is where a lot of people show and express their love.
Mm-hmm.
And I was thinking about Valentine's Day, and I can't remember having a memorable one.
Really?
I know I've received gifts, but I can't remember having one that just stands out that was just, oh my God, it was wonderful.
I haven't had one either. For years, I spent it with one of my friends, and it was just something that we regularly did. And then we drifted off from doing that. I don't even know why. Sometimes things just happen and you don't do the same thing anymore. But for sure, I don't think I have. I had a little romantic guy once, and he
I
had it all
remember.
out,
I
but I don't
remember.
know if that was necessarily Valentine's Day or if it was just because.
Right, I remember you talking about him.
Cause
Now I've had dates. Don't get me wrong. I went on dates on Valentine's Day, but nothing that stands out to be. Well, you know what? I think I know why.
do you want to share why?
I'll share. I think that even though I have been in some relationships more than you would have been in.
Yeah, because I'm like, I ain't never went on a
Yeah,
date with a dude on Valentine's
yeah,
Day. It's like
yeah.
whoever get me is gonna be like,
It's gonna be brand new for them.
yeah.
Like I've been married twice, but I could say, and I'm sure that they take me on Valentine's Day and giving me gifts, but I don't think it's because I don't think anybody's truly ever been in love with me.
Are you serious?
I believe that my first husband, I think he loved me, but we were so young, and it was when you don't understand emotional trauma and stuff and things like that at that age or at that time, because it's not like so out in the open as it is now. So it was just things going on that was beyond our control when you don't know God for real.
Right.
Then the second one, I don't think he was in love with me. I don't even think he liked me.
Wait a second. I feel like the knowing God is the relationship, having a relationship.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people will be like they know God, but I think that it's like, how do you communicate, like we say all the time, with him?
With
Like
him.
the
Yeah.
relationship.
I don't think that anybody's ever really been in love with me for real. I think that they've liked the idea of, I don't even know if it was being in love with me, because like I said, one, we was so young, and then the second one, I don't think he even liked me, let alone love me.
I feel
So
the same way on guys that I've dated. And I know you said, previously, like I could have been a wife. I probably could have,
yeah.
but not to somebody that truly loved me, who I felt like. Remember, I told you how I had watched that TikTok and it was just like the not using the brain. And I feel like people, can have mixed opinions like that, but I want to feel so comfortable with you where
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
have
absolutely.
to overthink. Not
Yeah.
saying that I'm
Yeah.
just surrendering and I'm
Yeah.
completely, ignorant,
Yeah.
but I don't want to have to use my brain. I want to know that my man got me
Yeah,
and my
absolutely.
best interest at all times.
Absolutely. So when you talk about unconditional love in relationships, I don't think that I've experienced that, because now, do I think it exists for people in marriages? I'm gonna say relationship, your boyfriend, girlfriend. Absolutely not.
Oh, let me talk about that,
Yeah.
please,
Go ahead.
because I was telling my cousin the other day, we were talking about The Best Man and
Mm-hmm.
Remember Mia.
Mm-hmm.
And the facial expression that someone else made talking about it, because I was just like, yeah, he had sexual relationships with other women.
Yeah. But Mia was his wife.
Yeah. And they were unmarried when he had those other
Women.
relationships.
Yeah.
So I know biblically, I haven't deep dive read or dwelled, so I can't speak on that about becoming one. But that's why it's just like the whole, you ain't supposed to have premarital sex, because then you become one. But if you out here sleeping around and I'm not your wife, am I really in a position to be mad at you?
Absolutely.
Because have we had this conversation? Like, what are our views? Because when I think of The Best Man, it's just like, okay, he did his thing, she did her thing, but they did truly love each other.
And when they got married, they were loyal to each other.
Yes. And I personally think that what matters most. Like, I don't want nobody out here sleeping around us, but at the same time, if that's what you're doing, that's the decision that you making on your own. And I need to make a decision on if I want to be with you or how to proceed, because I said on the last week about how I'm using my mouth and my hands. I'm saying in communication, because I type and I write and I journal and I use my mouth to talk. I'm not talking about in a sexual sense.
Right.
So what I'm saying is, if I meet the love of my life tomorrow, I don't know necessarily if I'm giving him my body. I don't know at what time frame am I giving him my body. Am I going to wait until I'm married, or if I'm going to wait until before? Because I'm a sinner.
We all are. Okay.
And like I said, I've been celibate for a very long time. And if I meet this man, and what people don't know or don't understand is God's already talked to me about my man. So when I meet him,
it may be first night.
It might be the first night. It might be, because I know who he is.
Listen, it's so funny you said this. Okay, so I saw TikTok. You see everything on TikTok.
Wait a minute. Let me just say, because, like, we are human beings. We are real people. We are going to go from all different types of topics. But the Lord is first.
Okay. He's first.
And I mean that wholeheartedly, even though I say it jokingly. Like, when we talk about February being the month of love, God is going to always be first. And like we talked about God, we went from our kids and we talked about some other little things. It's going to be the same this time.
Yeah, I mean, they get it. We raw and uncut.
Yeah.
We raw and uncut. This is our girlfriend chit
chat that we're inviting you in.
Right. So I saw this TikTok with this young man who was saved, and I love his approach and his passion for God. And I saw a TikTok that he did that said, the words on it said, "I'm not going to have a girlfriend." And he began to say, girlfriend and boyfriend don't even really exist. He was like, that person just supposed to be your friend. And then you find her as a wife. She's probably going to be a wife, but you find her. He said, so whoever he's going to be friends with whoever it is.
I keep saying that.
And he said, because you take a sex out of it, and what do you have? The same thing you and I do. Go out to eat, go to the movies and all that. You put the emotional part of the part where y'all start having problems when you add sex. So I ain't never had nobody really approach me just trying to be my friend. And then they always come at me dating or sexually. So when I say nobody has ever loved me or been in love with me, that's how I can come to that, is because we as sinners, like we just said, we flesh, that's what we want.
Yeah.
I mean, last
Because
week,
my mom, I remember she told me
yeah,
when I had got pregnant, once you start, you ain't gonna stop.
you ain't gonna stop. And I tell my kids the same thing. I'm like, don't start it because you ain't gonna be able to stop. I mean, until you get with the Lord. For real. For real. You know what I'm saying?
Because
Like,
I went through periods where I've been celibate, where
yeah,
I haven't been, and now I'm right back. And like I say,
yeah, yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Like, until you get so no, until my true husband come to me and accept me for not being sexual or whatever, then you know,
because
I've never experienced that love.
I value friendship so much. So much. I want my friends to always know that we can talk about anything. So I want that in the relationship
Mm-hmm.
because if I'm doing something that you don't like, the only way I'm going to know is if you verbalize it.
Mm-hmm.
Because you said something to me today that I know about me, but I try and shy away from it.
Mm-hmm.
I want everybody to process things like I do, and that is it's not realistic.
No, because
You're
they're not you.
We're all individuals. We're going to think
Yes,
differently.
absolutely.
So it's just like because it's 111. Because I'm spiritual doesn't mean the next person is going to be spiritual.
Mm-hmm.
And that doesn't mean that they can't be in my life.
Mm-hmm.
Just like how I talked about with my one friend and our difference on our beliefs. I'm still in her life.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And that's okay. So it's just like I just really want more and more to truly be who I am and accepted by others and not hiding it anymore.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's unconditional love.
This is true. This is true.
That's the
This is
definition
true.
of unconditional love.
So this is for me too to work on with the people that are in my life.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's just like with your kids. You can see the potential in them.
Mm-hmm.
And when you're helping them with their homework or whatever, you push them. And sometimes you may go too hard and you get frustrated, but they're just not understanding it at that point in time.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Sometimes because the way we were taught to do math is not how they were taught.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I can't help you because I don't know how to do it that way. I know how to do it my way, but we still gonna get the same answer.
Yep.
So I have to learn to be forgiving and to be patient, especially with those that I truly love.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So thank you. Thank you.
That
Grace and mercy, the same grace and mercy that God gives me all day, every day.
Every day. Every day. And that's the love that, like we said, you're not supposed to have a boyfriend, girlfriend don't mean nothing. But when you're a husband and a wife,
Yes.
if the man's supposed to love you like God love us, but because they don't have, and not just the men, the women too, don't have that type of love, that's why we see so many
broken relationships. And on top of that too, like that's when it's just like I know some women, because they have to be masculine, or I don't know if masculine have to be, or they acted more in that because of how they are and living their life and what they're doing. Men may think that they don't know how to be submissive, but it's easy to be submissive.
Girl,
it's very easy.
I look forward to being submissive to somebody now.
And some of my friendships, I sit back.
Mm-hmm.
So for sure, if you my man, for sure.
Well, the problem is though, because I always have a story about somebody I dated, but somebody was like really try to be hard on me, like I'm supposed to be submissive to him. He was my leader, and I was like, "Sir, you're just somebody I'm dating." He was like, I think they mistake being a leader with control.
Yeah, because it's
and that's where we have a problem with being submissive,
right? Because I'm still my own person. I'm always gonna be my own person. It's not like you're.
It doesn't mean control. So that's where all the brokenness come from, is because.
But this just hit me right now. So if you're my friend, first, first.
And we respect our friends
And
and
we respect our friends. We
listen to
look out
them.
for our friends. We listen to
Listen to
them,
them. Yeah.
everything. They mean so much to us.
Mm-hmm.
So if that happens like it's supposed to be before we come together as one,
Mm-hmm.
then I already
You already
know.
got it. It's already established.
Yeah. You're not controlling me, trying to control me or anything because you done already.
You're my friend. It's a mutual respect.
Yes.
And I have friends that I like mutually respect like that. And that will, when I say something, they'll listen to what I say, male and female. And when they say something, I listen to what they say, and it's not an argument. But when you add the sin in there, it becomes, and because I understand that now, I don't have no anger or bitterness towards any relationship I've had. You know what I'm saying? Because I now know.
And I know that because when you talk about that, you always say that, like,
I don't have no anger. I ain't mad at nobody. I don't give a damn. I don't.
Yeah.
I
there
don't.
We go with that. I don't care.
I don't.
That people want to switch that up when it's just like, I love you and I care about things, and it's like, I don't want no harm, but I don't care. I'm not holding on to that. I am working on me.
Yeah, I don't. So I'm not mad about nobody not loving me.
Because now you know.
Yeah, I'm like,
now you know. Do you like? Could you verbalize what love looks like or how you want it to be?
I don't think I can verbalize
My stomach and everything over here, y'all, it's just doing
growling.
what it do. Yeah,
I should have fed you first.
Probably.
I'll be feeding us after this because we be tarrying in the spirit.
Yes.
Because what you don't know is tarrying and you're just up there hooping and hollering. But back to it. I'm not mad about not somebody, and now I don't regret taking vows with people because now I know that I'm not taking a vow to you. I'm taking it to
like
it's for God.
It's for God. Literally.
If I'm going to marry you, then my vow is to God because I honor Him more than I honor you.
I used to wonder how people would stay together after their spouse cheated on them. Mm-hmm. But now I feel like I have a whole different view on that too. When you make your vow to God.
That's probably the person that decided to stay. When the vow was not, because I know somebody who has been cheated on and they've stayed and they've worked it out because that vow was to God, like not that man or that woman.
And a lot of times the flesh is something else.
My vow wasn't to God.
The flesh is something else. Mm-hmm. It can take over. Mm-hmm. And then I feel like, because I think about like young guys and stuff, like say when you young and you come into some money or whatever, and then girls is just throwing themselves at you and you are not where you should be.
You're not equipped enough to know what to do. Yeah.
Perfect word. Mm-hmm. Yes. So you just out here mishandling your own body.
And I'm not saying some boyfriends or girlfriends don't love each other.
Don't it's never about that. Because I done had I'd be like, I ain't never been in a relationship because I feel like I can't claim nobody.
Yes, you can, girl, please.
But I've definitely had situationships where I care deeply for the other person. And then I've had some where I'm just like, girl, you need to walk away. And then I had some that I know were knew the light that I had in me and was just an energy vampire, just sucking it. Like, let me come and feed off you and I can go back out here in the world. Let me come feed some more. And I just didn't know. Like every day, I say every day I get smarter and smarter. Every day.
We learn something new every week.
Every day.
Every day. Every week, every day.
Yeah, and I for sure learn something every week when I get together with you because I was hell bent on the situation on how I was gonna handle it. Like, nah. And this girl wants to give me the sermon. And
it wasn't even a sermon. It was just confirmation of.
It was a sermon. Call it like it is. It was a sermon.
Why do I feel like I always be talking about God to everybody I come in contact with now?
Because we do,
and not in a way just like this too.
Yeah, because we do. Even when I don't necessarily be wanting to make it, it be like, I told you how my niece told me everything ain't. Yeah, it is. Sorry.
Yes, it
With
is.
me, it is. You can, at this point, I feel like I might not need to be in your life if you can't handle that, because a majority of things that I say is going to go back into a spiritual like sense.
Yeah.
Because it's how I'm processing everything.
And yeah.
I'm verbalizing it, where before, because like we said, I've been like this for a very long time. And that's why I think people say, and I'm pretty sure if anybody you know have watched this, just like, I didn't even know Takesha talked that much. Because
That's what Tanya said to me. She was like, I just never seen her talk so much. And I was like, well,
and just think, her and I have gone on vacations and stuff, but it's just like I do a lot of listening with certain people. And I've always held back on, a part of me that I felt that I couldn't share because I was going to be judged. And then another thing comes with, I'm not comfortable with everybody. So it's certain things that I'm not going to share either. So I'm moving into a point in my life where I only want people that I'm comfortable with around me.
More than comfortable for me. I can't be, I told you I can feel energy strong, and man, sometimes I just can't be around people if they don't see me somewhere, just know it's probably because I can't deal with that energy. I can't do it no more. And I'm fine with that.
Yeah. It can be very impactful. I had my first situation I told you about yesterday when I went to the store, and it was overbearing when I was in there, and I did not know why. And that was the first time I had ever experienced that. And I was just like, let me hurry up and get what I need because I got to get out of there. And that's when I ended up talking to that one young lady.
Yeah.
But it's just like, now I'm understanding more, and it's going to be people that I love, but I also know that I'm not going to be able to put in so much time with certain people. Because my equally yoked is,
unequally yoked don't mean just love relationships. It's friendships too. You know what I'm saying? So, that's so funny. I always bring this guy up. I should have known he didn't believe in God when he said this one day. We were talking. I don't remember what we were talking about. I said something about, oh yeah, they always say something about unequal yoke. He said, yeah, I ain't never got that. I don't know what that means.
And that's why it's just like, I really believe that he believed in God, but he just don't understand. I don't know.
And we
never just like, the things that you're saying are spiritual. But it's just that I feel like certain things that our environment has made us put certain things in a bucket.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I ain't never met this man, so I don't know. I'm just going off my little 2 cents, whatever.
Yeah, and we're gonna start talking about him because but you're right. A lot of the stuff was spiritual, the character, everything. So it is what it is. But we back talking about love. So we never got off of love.
You said you couldn't put love into words.
Because I feel like love is an
patient,
action.
kind.
Yeah.
All the words that describe action.
Fruits of the spirit. You're right. You're right. Joy, peace, love, patience, kindness. Yes. Self-control.
Yes. But here's my thing with love. Love is an action. So my love towards you is an action. But the way you receive it is a feeling. So it does go together.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I show people that I love them, but I don't really know how they're feeling. And I'm pretty sure that people think that they're showing me that they love me, but they don't know that I don't feel any love from them. Because I do not believe that you can have one without the other. Love has to be the action and the feeling.
This goes back to the boyfriend and girlfriend thing. So a lot of times when you start off with a boyfriend and girlfriend, you start off with the actions of showing what is supposed to be love. But gradually, sometimes, most time, you start having problems. People say you're not going to be the same, you ain't going to be the same, and it don't be the same.
And it don't be the same because you didn't show up as a friend in the beginning. At least that's what I think.
And I don't think that I understood that in relationships, like, because you ain't start off as no friend, it's just, it wasn't never gonna last anyway.
Right. Period. Big period in Bella voice, not the little one.
It was never gonna last anyway. So, now that I understand really what love is, and I do believe that I try and show it because I believe it's an action. So I show it with people that's around me. And I don't think it's like a thing you fall into. It's just, if I do this for you, I'm doing it not because I'm nice or because I'm kind, because God wants us to love everybody. We supposed to do it because you.
But love is kind. So you are doing it from a place of love.
Yeah.
Because love is kind. So
it start off like that with the boyfriend, girlfriend. Then, if you don't understand what love is and you saying I love you, but you really don't.
Or my thing is, if you don't understand me, can you love me if you don't understand me?
I was very misunderstood in some relationships. I remember being accused of doing things that I would absolutely never do. And I was just like, I was starting to think to myself towards the end of that relationship that you don't really know me.
I'm listening, but it's just, okay, go ahead.
Yeah. You always look at the mic.
I'd be like, I don't want no technical issues.
Yeah, I was like, you don't really know who I am. Like, that ain't even my heart.
Say it one more time like that for the people in the back.
That's not even my heart. I was like, you think you with a hoe? That ain't who I am. And I found myself trying to prove that I'm not who you think I am. So let me prove to you who I am. Let me prove to you who I am. And that was never going to work. But if you know
how to be a friend, the friend shows you during the friendship is revealing. Mm-hmm. You learn and you see how that person truly is.
Yeah. I mean, you're talking to somebody who gave their kidney away.
Yeah.
I would
to
never.
Their uncle.
I would never.
Not even like this was a brother, sister. You know what I'm saying? Like a sibling. This was your uncle.
So even though they would say, "Oh, that's your family," though, a person who ain't a good person just ain't a good person.
Right.
A scammer is a scammer. A hustle is a hustler.
And everybody that say family don't necessarily, because I can tell you right now today, tomorrow may be different. I may ponder this later on, but I don't know anybody outside of my immediate family
that you would do that for.
I would do that for.
And not saying that that's the reason I'm a good person.
No, I understand, but I'm just saying, like, I believe that I'm a good person, and I'm pretty sure that whoever's watching this that know me would think that, and they might not even believe that I would have said that. But it's just like, I don't know if I'm doing that.
Y'all not getting it. Y'all not getting her.
So,
y'all not getting her kidney. I'm not getting her kidney.
For real. I'm already scared of surgery. So you think I'm about like
no, that's how I felt. Like I'm steady trying to prove myself to be something that you're saying that I am and I'm not. And I'm like, how long can you do this? How long can you try and prove? Because
I'm not proving. I'm not doing anything for you to pick me.
Yeah, I was but that's when I was a people pleaser. Now I ain't proving a damn thing.
Yeah, because it's just
I'm not even trying to prove to you I'm a good person.
Period, girl.
I'm not. I mean, after divorce, girl, I am who anybody who's dated me since 19. I mean, I said 19. 2018, 19. You ain't got the real Keisha, and boo boo, you messed up. No, I'm joking. But I'm saying, like, for real, when you be healed and stuff, and you like, I ain't gotta prove nothing.
Yeah, I'm not proving anything. I'm not doing anything extra for you to pick me because so we all have like little things that we can do.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, we're raised where you cook for your man. I can cook.
Mm-hmm.
I hate cooking.
Mm.
I hate it. I don't never want to do that. Ever.
That's so
Baby,
funny.
give me a chef.
Oh, listen.
I can stand in there and be like, let me taste it and do a little sprinkle, but I don't want to cook. You want to cook for me? Girl, I like to eat, but I don't want to do that.
I remember. Wait,
and remember,
I remember. You did it.
Yeah,
you did it.
Yeah,
you was cooking.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
pick me because I'm making this.
Yes,
like,
absolutely.
No, I'm doing something that I don't want to do that I fucking hate doing.
Listen. When you were cooking, I was like, "You cooking?" You was cooking all the time.
Yeah, and I like my niece now. Like I cook one time, she was just like, "TT, you can cook. You should do that again." Nah,
I am never. Look, I was a pick Keisha. Pick Keisha. If other women was involved, pick Keisha. I shouldn't have cared.
And I feel like at some point, I think that was the thing too. That it's just like I don't even know if it'd be about the men. It'd be about just pick me like I didn't want something. And
because because why do you want him to pick you when he ain't shit?
Right. And I already know.
Listen.
You ain't even it. I'm a trophy.
Baby, listen.
You my trophy. It needs to be equal. I want somebody that look at me and we both winning together.
Yes.
Together.
Listen, and you ain't gotta feel like you in competition with me.
Mm-mm.
Your greatness is my greatness and my greatness is yours.
Yes. Because I'm going to pour in you like no other, and I want you to pour in me the same way.
And baby, I ain't never had that. That's how I know ain't nobody loved me. Okay?
Same. I've only had that with my friendships, just like today. You poured into me in the car. So now I know when I go home and I get into my study.
But it's mutual, right. Which is how it's supposed to be in a romantic relationship where you pour into each other.
I'm just so excited to start dating because I got it right. I know how it's gonna be. My next man gonna be my final man.
He gonna be your friend first because we're gonna let them be our friend.
He gonna be my friend.
So if you don't want to be our friend, sorry.
He gonna be my friend.
He gonna be our friend. You're gonna get to know me because you ain't gonna have to worry.
Get to know him.
Yeah.
And then we're going to see if this even works in a friendship.
Baby, listen. I
vet it.
Yeah. I tell you this.
Oh, that made me think about the one guy. He was vetting me. And I never was paying attention because we used to talk on the phone for hours and hours and hours.
Do I know about this?
We were hours and hours. He was my friend, but he wasn't my person.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
He was for sure my friend.
Yeah.
It was probably, it probably could have went somewhere, but now I know like he still wasn't my person. I wasn't ready yet. And now that I'm ready,
what's funny is I think that me and my ex was just supposed to be friends. I don't think we was never supposed to. Well, I know we weren't supposed to get married. I think that because we met, people introduced us like we were supposed to meet. I think we were just supposed to be cool with each other, like because we used to have fun, you know. In the dating stage, you know. But like, we was just supposed to be friends because I'm literally just friends with men. Ain't nothing going on. We could kick it like me and you talk every couple months.
You know that I don't have any male friends at this point in my life.
Really?
Not one. My daddy.
I do.
That's it.
I got male friends. Yeah.
I don't have any.
Yeah, I got male friends. That is just my friend.
But when I think about it, I'm like, outside of one, I think everybody I have probably given my body to.
Not
outside of one. Some people just my friend. Just things that make you go,
girl, because they always gonna want that.
Yeah, because they men, I get it.
Yeah, they always gonna want that, you know.
human beings.
Unless he has fully surrendered, just go back to God. Because I know some men that's celibate.
For real?
And have completely surrendered to God. Absolutely. And they are my friend.
I've never heard of that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Ooh, I can't wait to get off the camera so she can tell me more, because I'm just like, that exists?
Yes.
Well, I just can't wait to just think about everything that we talked about today, because I just got a whole new perspective on men.
That's why I say, I was talking to another friend of mine last night, and we were talking about that. Yeah, and she don't really believe that men could be faithful. Like, she was like, we just might as well, get in our mind that infidelity.
And you know what? The sad part about it is, I feel like I was raised that way,
and I don't feel that way. I don't feel, even though I've been cheated on, I don't feel like everybody cheat.
Really?
No, I believe. How can I not believe that God created a man that can be faithful? I have to believe that. And a woman that can be faithful, because women cheat too. But I have to believe that God would just not put every person as I don't even call them dogs, because dogs are loyal.
I say that all the time. Like, we quit talking about men or dogs, because dogs are loyal. My baby used to come and cuddle up, was always there, the most faithful person that I know.
Yeah, I don't even call them dogs.
And maybe that's why we've been saying it, because there's some out there that are
faithful.
Yeah. But like I said, we've been taught certain things, and we switch it around and mess it up. But let me say this, because I was writing about this in my public journal. And it bothered me so much. This text message that I was on, like in a group text, I printed it out. I printed it out. I wrote about it in my journal. This was like last year sometime. So I'm purging all my old journals as I'm writing. I'm getting rid of them. So I looked through the paper, and in the paper, I talked about how all men cheated. But the context of it was unmarried. Because I was trying to put more eyes on the commitment. The only true commitment is a marriage. And I was writing about that, and I was looking at that paper. So it's funny that you brought that up. But I was just like, as I was reading it, in the thread, and the other participants in their comments, I just kept saying, like, they all cheat. But it's just like, because that's been something that's been drilled in my head, and I need to not believe that. And I don't, because I know for myself the things that I've done before that I may not necessarily do now, because I grow and evolve every day.
Yeah.
So it's not once a cheater, always a cheater. And that's why sometimes when we see men with different women, and it's just like, he wasn't like that for me, it ain't necessarily that he changed for her. He just changed as a person.
Yeah.
He better for himself.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because I'm better for me.
Because when you see the man that do that, his life changed for the better.
Yes.
It gets better.
Yes.
So, and they be wondering, how could she be with him? Because you don't know what he is to her. You don't know what he is to her. And that's why no, I do not believe that. I believe that God is real.
God is real.
And if you ask for someone who is faithful to him, not to you, because he's faithful to God, he's going to be faithful to you. So
I wrote a list. I was flipping through my Bible looking for something. I wrote a list. And it was in the book of Habakkuk. Is that how you say it?
I think so.
Because that's where it talks about writing a vision. I think it's chapter 4. I'm not for sure, because whatever. But anyway, I wrote a list of what I wanted my man to be like. The very first word was God-fearing. And I read through all of the other superficial things that I wrote down.
Because everybody will write, I want him to be God-fearing, believe in God, or have a relationship with God. But yeah.
And all the other stuff that I was writing, I was just like, because I even put in there, like, I don't want him to have no kids. I don't even care about that now.
I know, because who your husband is
has children.
Yes.
And so it's just like, I don't even care about that now. And I think of how much joy my youngest niece brings in my life as 8 years old,
Mm-hmm.
and how much wisdom I have to pour into children to bring in for generations and generations to come. So I
Mm-hmm.
don't care about that. Even
Mm-hmm.
how I describe the height, I just look like girl. And most women want tall guys. I've never wanted a tall guy. I only wanted him to be a little bit taller. But I'm like, come on, 6'1", come through. Because I can look up to you.
Mm-hmm.
Because that was my thing. I felt like I couldn't look up because I was so much in my divine masculinity. Where I don't want to look up to no man. Baby, I want to look up to you. I want to reach up. I want to hold you. Okay, let's get on. I'm just starting to visualize it.
Last week I was flashing back, and today
Yeah,
you
now I'm
visualize.
flashing forward. Like, but I'm just saying, so it's just like, I just want him to be God friend.
Mm-hmm.
I want to know that that's the man that God has for me, and everything else, it doesn't even matter.
Mm-hmm.
Because imagine if God hand select.
I know God done hand selected my husband for me. I absolutely know it. I have no idea why he selected that husband, but yes.
I agree. Because I woke up and was like, oh, okay. And it's just like,
Yeah.
just let's see. And what I also know is that, no, I don't know that. Because I was going to say, I know like maybe what I'm thinking, but no, I know. Because God placed that on my heart. I remember my niece telling me, because I be thinking. And then we overthink. Like, no, that can't be what that was. And my niece told me, like, if you wake up and you just know something and you don't know where that came from,
Mm-hmm.
God gave you that.
Mm-hmm.
So many things that I wake up and I don't know where it came from. Even as a sensor throughout the day, where it's just like, I need to call and tell you this. I don't know what made me say this.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just like, God is telling me, you need to say this. You need to talk about this. Oh, it's something I wanted to tell you. You know how many conversations, not even necessarily me and you, but people that we have in general in life, like, oh, I meant to tell you.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And it resonates. And it's just like, oh, okay. I needed to hear that. Because when you shared your story with me, and I'm not about to put you on front, but when you shared your story with me and how God talked to you, I was just like, oh my God, God talked to me the same way, but it was different. And at that time, I just was just like, I didn't even know it was God talking. I had convinced myself that I had just made this story up in my mind. But now it's just like, I don't care what nobody say. Like, God told me. He told me. I'm just patiently waiting, living my life day by day, doing whatever he want me to do. And, we all fall short. So I may make some mistakes.
Our stories are similar now. Like, you know who it is, but they have to,
because we always
get
talk about free will.
Yeah,
he has to get himself together.
He has to get himself together. He has to get himself together. And only thing you can do in that meantime is live your life.
Live my life. And I'm going to keep living my life. I told my friend yesterday when we went out, I said, today was one of the best days ever. I wish every day could be like this. And today started out the same way. And people think to have the best day ever that you have to do something. All I did was eat and go by the stove. Today, it was the best day, and all I did was get in the car with you, talk, and come here. So it's just like, it doesn't always have to be extravagant and glitz and glamour.
Yes, yes.
I just wake up and I just have a good day. I hear them birds chirping. Sometimes I be like, y'all, I'm trying to sleep. But it's just like, just nature.
Isn't that crazy how we be paying attention to these animals now? We're talking about.
Girl, these animals. I have a whole farm. They call it Animal Kingdom. My house is Animal Kingdom. Girl. All the animals are in the backyard.
I can't believe all the animals be in your backyard.
Yes. Chilling. Okay?
Listen.
Some don't even move when I go out there.
Yeah.
It's funny because with Groundhog Day, did I tell you it's a groundhog in my backyard?
Is it?
Yeah.
No, you didn't tell me that.
So with the Groundhog Day, I said, "Oh, I ain't gotta watch that because I got one on my own that's in my backyard. So when he come up out that hole, I'm gonna know because I got one."
I think spring is here.
Yeah, it's here. Spring has sprung. Spring has sprung.
Listen,
I gotta get a pedicure. I'm just saying. That's just sidebar.
That's so funny that I thought about that earlier today. Like, I need to go get a pedicure.
Okay, so whenever you go,
you want me to pick you up?
Yeah. And then I'm gonna be going in rotation because and this is something else that like friends should do. So I told my friend, I said, when you go and get your nails done, pick me up. So this can be our time where we spend some girl time. Because that's the thing about friendships and love. They need to be nurtured.
Well, that's one of the reasons why a friend of mine that I don't have anymore, but again, we was young and probably wasn't that young, didn't understand that, got mad at me and I think stopped being my friend because I didn't have time. I was so busy with my kids and blah blah blah, and they wanted me to go to dinner or go to lunch, and I was married at this time, and I was busy, like I'm like, but now I can understand it a little more. But I think it would have probably been better if we had an actual conversation about it.
So let me tell you something. And that's what I said this, I'm sure, plenty of times about having a conversation. I recently had a conversation with my friend who I went with yesterday. Mm-hmm. She is one of my nearest, dearest friends. Mm-hmm. I've learned so much from her. She's older than me. And I was telling her that one day, how I'm in your life right now, I'm not going to be in your life. Mm-hmm. Because
your life, it's
I talk to her every day.
Do you?
Every day.
I didn't know that.
Every day.
Wow.
So when I don't know what it's like to miss a day because we talk every day. I have other friends that I know if I miss a day, it's, you know what I'm saying? It's okay. And not saying that it's not okay with her. This is just what we do. So I had a conversation with her because I was just like, I know that the way my life is going, I may not be able to talk all day. It may not even be as a simple sending a text, but it doesn't mean that I don't love you any less or that I'm not there for you. Now I understand, because I don't know if we remember, I talked about the one friend who I hadn't talked to. I don't know if I shared why, but when my mom had passed, I had called her and she couldn't talk at that time. And she said she wanted to schedule an appointment to talk. And I was offended because why do you need to schedule time to talk to your friend? But now I understand that we have busy lives. Mm-hmm. And it doesn't mean, Takesha, I love you any less. It's, Takesha, you need to work on your own insecurities and get your shit together. Mm-hmm. So you know that when I'm not available for you, it doesn't mean anything any less, because at this point in time, I'm picking myself. Mm-hmm. And I need to nurture me and do whatever I got to do. And when I'm available and can be there for you, I will. And it's okay to respect and accept that. Because even your face with me saying that, it's like, you talk to her every day?
I didn't know. But I don't like talking on the phone though.
We don't even, and ours is not even on the phone. So it's sometimes text.
Yeah.
And it'll be 6 paragraphs. It'll be like, long text alert. But I say that to say, like, we had a conversation about it. And she's just like, I understood. And she's just like, I'm glad that you said this, because I don't want to feel some kind of way and overthinking and think that I did something. Yeah. Because what we don't realize is, again, I'm pouring out my love, but we don't know. If you don't verbalize how you're feeling and what bothers you, the other person won't know. And you got to care enough. I care enough about this relationship to put it out here to say, like, it may transition where it may be days where I can't talk, because with the work I do, Keisha, I get drained.
Yeah.
When I leave here from here today, I check in with her and be like, today we did this. I'm tired. Mm-hmm. You know, it may not be a conversation.
I wish that friend would have had a conversation with me, because we were not young, we were adults. And when the friendship ended, it kind of was like, oh, I for a minute thought, did I do something that bad? But now I just look at it like, okay, we talked about this before. I think episode. I said season.
Okay.
Woo! Come on, season.
We seasoned.
Episode 2 about,
How does she remember the episodes?
Yeah, episode. I just remember. I don't know.
It's just like I cannot remember anything, and when I be trying to tell people, I don't remember.
I don't remember when we actually, like, I won't remember today. After today, I won't remember it until I watch it again. Then I remember. So no,
because I'm still trying to think of the episode where I talked about Elmo. Because one of my friends had, excuse me, it's coming. I'm a lady. Had talked about Elmo, so when I had seen her post, I was just like, dang, I had brought up Elmo in one of the episodes, but I still to this day could not remember.
I don't remember that.
I talked about the Tickle Me Elmo and how my mama had got it with Jordan, but I don't remember what episode. But anyway, I get sidetracked because I lose my train of thought. So let's bring it back.
I know. No, but no, that that was just that. We was talking about love and friendships. Because your romantic, this all coincides. I know y'all like this ain't talking about love, but it does because we're talking about whoever is your husband is supposed to be your friend.
Yeah.
That's the topic of today.
I want to go out. I want to enjoy being with my friend.
Yes.
I also want to be able to still spend time with my girlfriends. I want him to spend time with his homeboys. I want it to be understood that we're not out here looking for nobody else, because
I want somebody to know me and know who I am for real and believe that I am that person. I want somebody who I don't have to feel like I have to hide something that's not even a big deal because I feel like you're going to judge me.
Right.
I that's a friend.
Right. And in my journal, which I call behind closed doors, I do a lot of things that I haven't shared.
Yes.
So it's just like, he'll probably be my first friend that ever sees me behind closed doors totally naked. And I don't mean in the physical.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
So it's just like, I'm revealing to you all of the parts of me, even the parts of me that I don't necessarily like, because I know that there's those dark parts. Oh my God, I watched a movie on Netflix. It's called Orion in the Dark. He was afraid of the dark. And the dark comes out the closet. Because the dark at this point is just like, I'm so sick of y'all being afraid of the dark. So the movie is about showing what
I've never heard of this.
It's a cartoon. It was just released. All I watch is animated stuff. Okay, so that's another part of me coming out about myself, because I keep saying coming out and everybody want to think that it's that I got a band. Listen. It's not that, but so, and that's the thing why I love like Disney and just movies like that, because I like fairy tales. But even not that like that, it was just like I learned something from watching that, because it was just like the dark was but the dark, I think it was like 5 or 6 other ones. I only remember the one that was like part of the dreams, but I remember the sun. Because the sun came through and was just flying in the air, shining, because we always want the sun. But the dark got to come too. I love that movie. Y'all should watch both of them. Adults should really pay attention to these kids' movies, because we can learn a lot.
They have a message in them, I hear.
Yes, they always have messages.
I don't really watch TV no more, though. I used to be a TV fiend.
You was it Seinfeld? What did you use? Frasier? What did you used to watch all the time?
Friends, anything, all them.
I don't watch. I watch Disney or other little cartoons. I have other little shows that I watch, but if I am not taking away something to learn, to get something educational, I really don't watch it. And there's some stuff that I be wanting to watch, but I start and I be like, because I used to love Tubi.
I have never watched a Tubi movie.
I used to love Tubi, but now I struggle with it because it's just like, it doesn't show us
in a good light.
Yes,
Mhm.
everybody's cheating and sleeping around.
Yeah.
And I know we just talked about cheating as in like when you're married, but it's just like, can we get like some old school sitcoms where we just in love? Like,
Yeah.
we're living single at.
Yeah.
Like, let's get
I
something
mean, they
more
don't. Bill
storylines like
Cosby
that.
had some issues, but I swear the
But the
Cosby
Cosby Show was
yeah.
yes, because I'm like a doctor and a lawyer
Mhm.
for the black community.
Yeah.
Come through.
Yeah.
But I'm watching Tubi and I see all of this, and it's just like the one girl, it was so bad. Whereas the man had brought an animal in the room.
Are you serious?
And I was just like, I can't watch this no more.
I don't watch anything.
I don't even want this in my head.
I used to watch Roseanne. And I think I used to like those shows. Not that you say it's because there was always a lesson at the end of these shows. Always. We ain't getting no lessons.
We're not getting no lessons now.
We ain't getting no lessons.
Or if we're getting lessons, we're getting them reverse. Like, we need to figure out what we don't want from this and what we need not to take away. Because I'm not trying to
ain't nobody
scam
trying to have
and
ain't nobody trying to have no struggle or struggle love.
Yeah, I don't want that.
I will never have struggle love.
Yeah, I don't want struggle in my life. I don't even be wanting to say like push through because I don't want to push. I want to walk.
No. Mm-mm.
I didn't struggle.
No, let's walk. Let's walk together.
My shoulders been way down. I don't want none of that. I want to live a life of ease and joy.
Not only that, we supposed to live a life of ease and joy.
Thank you for reminding me.
Now I want
because
to.
Because it is our birthright.
Yes.
Birthright. Mm-hmm. I'm going to look that up in my biblical dictionary. I think it's called coordinates. I don't know what it's called.
If it's a struggle, then I would have to ask God, is this it?
If this is for me, if it's a struggle.
Not saying you won't have disagreement because
we're adults and life gonna life and things are gonna happen. Just like your son was in a car accident, things are going to happen.
Yes,
you're gonna have to figure out new transportation. Blah blah blah. We're adults. Things are gonna happen, but it's just
yeah. I mean, we're not gonna do struggle or struggle love. Period. Everything comes to us with ease. If you wonder why or how, ask him.
Okay, that's it. We're at 57 minutes now.
All right, yes, so we are going to end that. I mean, like we said, Valentine's Day just passed, and we don't know at this point if either of us gonna have a Valentine's Day.
We don't know. By the time y'all see it, it's gonna be over.
It'll be over. So
I actually have plans though. But I don't know if they're going to switch up, go through. It's with two young ladies.
Okay.
So it'll be interesting to see how that goes. And the day before is Valentine's Day. Remember last year I gave all my little friends gifts.
Y'all ain't look at my little
y'all
cards
ain't getting that this year. I said it's fluctuating. But when the full abundance come through,
yes,
y'all going to get gifts like no other gifts. I'm going to be giving cars and Cartier.
Listen, better speak.
Yeah. It's gonna be.
You better speak it.
Do it, Oprah. You get a.
You get a car. You get a car. You get a car.
All right. Tell them what they need to do.
Oh, like and subscribe to our YouTube channel, Color Flow Conversations. Color with a K, Conversations with a C. Oh, wait, I always do this wrong. YouTube.com at Color Flow Conversations. That's where you find us. Okay. We need y'all to subscribe. We want to share our stories
to help someone else, to encourage.
Yes.
We need more things out here that's encouraging. And I'm not saying that it ain't nothing out there because this is how we got to where we are from being encouraged. We said in the car today, and I got a phrase for it, there's nothing new under the sun. Is that what the phrase is? So it's just like, it's not a copycat.
Yes.
Because we're not the first.
Right. It's been out. I mean.
Yeah. But it's just, we have our own way of doing it.
Yeah.
And I've learned from several different people, even how I do in my practices. I pick up what I like and I leave what I don't.
Yes. Well, I hope that it's a message in here for somebody,
one person,
because
at a minimum,
when you get completely like healed and whole for real, like you want to share it with the world.
Yes.
We want to share with the world. So, check us out, subscribe, and if you don't enjoy it, send it to somebody,
Somebody
else.
else.
Send it to somebody else, you know. But I believe everybody gonna enjoy it. Even if you don't want to say you enjoy it.
You enjoy
You
it.
enjoy it.
Because we them girls. We them Detroit girls.
Oh, we will see y'all next week.
The bougie friend.
Oh, her shirt, her
'Cause
business.
it's the month of love.
Yes.
It's the leap year. It's the
20%.
we count out my mom.
You went right in that camera like,
Yeah, I'm sorry. They the boobs is boobing, so I'ma sit back. And I don't even know what the sale is this week. I ain't even up on it.
Oh, I thought it was 20% the whole month.
No, I wasn't. It's been like last week was free delivery with 2 items. And yeah, I don't know. Y'all just go check it out.
Check out the website, TakeishaBanks.com. You could get every page, every business that she has from that page. Okay,
Literally.
so go check it out. We will see y'all next week.
Peace.